we're going to start on social media because a couple of Utah politicians had a very bad week. Let's start with Burgess Owens. On Friday, he reposted to his personal X/Twitter account of an anti-Muslim video from an account that posts all sorts of really hateful white supremacist content. There's no other way to describe what this X/Twitter account was, and he reposted this video. The account's username was White Guilt is Dead, and the user had posted in the caption, "I love it when white people wake up about Islam and Muslims. They're the scum of the earth. White pride worldwide." And when you look at the video, I'm not going to play any of the audio from it, but it was pretty gross anti-Muslim content. It warned that Muslim men are coming to rape women in the United States and the UK, and made a number of inflammatory claims about the Muslim faith, saying that they, quote, hate women, children, white people, America, and Western civilization. And for some reason, Representative Burgess Owens retweeted that, reposted that to his X account. Now, when I reached out to his office, they didn't officially respond to me. They didn't respond to questions about why he might be interacting with that content. Does he follow that account online? I didn't get answers to those questions, but I did have a source close to Owens who said that it was probably a mistake, that he may have accidentally reposted it while he was scrolling, which, makes some sense, but the post was online for more than 14 hours before I reached out about it. One of the reasons why you might not believe that explanation from Owens is that this is not the first time that he has interacted with that kind of content in the past. During his run for Congress in 2020 against Democrat Ben McAdams, he had multiple media appearances, did interviews with podcasts and YouTube channels that promoted the QAnon conspiracy theory, which believed that there was some secretive pedophile ring in Washington, D.C., and that Donald Trump was trying to expose them. Owens went on a number of those podcasts during the 2020 campaign. Back in 2016, Owens amplified an article from far-right conspiracy theorist Alex Jones that was a smear against Gold Star father Khizr Khan, who criticized Donald Trump at the Democratic National Convention. In this article, it claimed that Khan founded, quote, an academic periodical that sought to defend Sharia law to a legal system based on Western jurisprudence. It was this really gross anti-Muslim smear, and Owens promoted that in 2016. So this is not the first time that he has interacted with this stuff, which is why I found it so notable on Friday that he had reposted this content, this anti-Muslim video from a white supremacist account on Twitter. If you take the explanation from his team at face value, he made a mistake, he accidentally promoted this, but you have to wonder, why was this on his feed in the first place where he could accidentally repost it? I think that that's a question that deserves some answers, but I don't think that we're going to get them. The second story we have this week, somebody just needs to take Mike Lee's phone away from him, Senator Mike Lee. On Tuesday, he posted, then deleted, an apparent fake resignation letter from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. If Lee had taken 2 seconds to read this letter that had popped up online, to really take a look at it, all it would have taken is 2 seconds and you would have seen that it was a fake, that it was AI generated. All you had to do was look at the seal of the so-called Federal Reserve. The only English word in this seal that was posted to the letter was the word reserve. It also looks nothing like the Federal Reserve seal. But that didn't faze Lee. He just immediately posted it on his personal Based Mike Lee Twitter account with the red flashing light saying, "Powell's out." Lee later deleted it, and when a reporter asked him about it, he said it was because he couldn't verify whether it was authentic or not. which is something you probably should do before hitting the post button on your app. But apparently that's a little bit too much effort for Lee because he's got to get those posts out there, got to get that engagement. Remember, taxpayers pay him $186,000 a year to constantly post on social media stuff like this. This is not the first time that Lee has been fooled by a fake post on social media. Almost 1 year to the day, the Jerome Powell fake letter was posted on July 22nd of this year. July 23rd of last year, 2024, Lee got fooled by a fake letter announcing the death of Jimmy Carter. And again, if he had just taken 2 seconds to look over the letter, he would have seen that it was fake, especially because a couple of paragraphs down, it had quotes from Carter making really gross sexual references to his late wife Rosalind and to former First Lady Nancy Reagan. All you have to do is take a second and read it before posting it. But that's not enough for Lee. He has to get it out there, post, get that engagement. And all of this is infuriating, especially to me, because Lee loves to criticize the media for any perceived inaccuracy. If a headline isn't written the way that he likes, he loves to go on social media and yell about how the media is inaccurate or they can't be trusted or they're biased. But there's seemingly zero accountability for him when he does stuff like this, when he posts these obviously fake things on social media. And he does it again and again and again, and he keeps getting fooled. And this isn't all. You remember he posted those really gross things online following the assassination of the Democratic lawmaker in Minnesota and her spouse and the attempted assassination of another one. By the way, he still hasn't apologized for that. Again, no accountability for him at all. Also last July, he ran with this unsubstantiated rumor on social media that then President Biden was having some sort of quote-unquote medical emergency on Air Force One. That never happened. That was a conspiracy theory that came from far-right conspiracy theorist Laura Loomer. But Lee, it tickled something in his lizard brain, and so he decided to run with it. Again, no accountability at all when he posts stuff like this. And I don't know about you, but I am tired. I've had it. I'm done with his constant criticism of the media, his attacks on the media, when he has demonstrated that he has zero media literacy himself. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But what it does is it riles up his base, it riles up the rubes, and so that's why he keeps doing it. Lee needs to shut up when it comes to the media. I don't want to hear anything from him again until he gets his own house in order. Once he stops posting fake stuff online, once he stops getting fooled by fake stuff online, then we can have a conversation about the media. But until then, I don't want to hear it.